Aquarius is, I've got a few miles on the clock to go yet. Someone is clock watching or clock blocking, or the clock blocking bits that came up before, or like clock watching or just watching, like watching a new watch, or like a Fitbit or something to do with a trainer, or plenty of miles on the clock. You could be dealing with a 7 or a Cancerian. You're travelling, you're out travelling, and there's plenty of miles on the clock. Some of you, there could be someone's on the clock. I don't know what that is, but hold on a second, Aquarius. So where are we? So all about this clock, like miles on the clock. Is it a spin cycle or a trainer or something like that? The name Tina or trainer or a traitor. You really could be dealing with like a 7 energy, like a Cancerian. It doesn't have to be a traitor. But I'm hearing like a trainer, like I'm training and there's plenty of miles on the clock, and I just seem to keep looking at my watch all the time just to see what the time is, just to see if it's ready. Now, I don't know if your name's Eddie or Edwina, okay, or like you're baking something and you constantly look at the time to see what the time is in order to be able to get this thing out of the oven. You might be dealing with a Stephen or a King or a Lion, so it'd be a Leo, okay. If you haven't seen this channel before, basically we break down these messages, they all get bombarded at once, and then we basically come out with a story at the end, Aquarius. How are you doing? This is not a tarot card reading section. This is just me channeling some stuff off the cuff, just for a little bit of entertainment, and see what you got coming up. There's something around entertainment, Robbie. Let me entertain you. Can I just entertain you just for a moment? Something about music then, I would say, if any of you are into music, because I'm hearing something is on a loop, okay. Loop master or lip master mark, or something is on my lips. Something is on your lips. I don't know, what is it? I don't know, they're saying something is on my lip. Or Libby, the name Libby or Lippy. Someone's getting very lippy and very mouthy, okay? Could be a Gemini. Just putting that one out there. Someone's getting very lippy, like very lippy. It's like, button your lip. Will you please just like button your lip? Sagittarian energy maybe. But like, please just button your lip. Please just shut up. I don't want to know. Sorry for the harshness. Something is on the clock. Like I clock in or clock out. Like, so I go to work, I have to clock in, punch it, and then I'm watching the clock to see what time I can go home, clock out, go. Some of you, this is, like I said, it's something to do with, like I said, clocking up some miles. Now I'm picking up on like a bike, like I'm on a bike and I'm clocking up miles to see how many miles I've done. Or like you're on the road and you're from Rhodes Island, or you're from Ireland and I'm from Ireland and I got a luck fucking thing and I got a lucky little charm on me. So someone's got a bit of luck on their side because they're from Ireland. Unless you're hiking to Ireland, but that would be quite a few miles. If you're thinking, you know what, we could go to Ireland, well, that's quite a long way off, I'm thinking, because what I keep hearing is there are plenty of miles on the clock. Now, this is either one's age, and you think, you know what, bruv, I have turned into Danny Glover, and I'm way too old for this shit now. I just can't continue on doing all of this crap now. Whether that be to do with around your work or your love, I don't know. Or lovers, something to do around Gemini, okay, or Paul, because I'm hearing my love does it good. So like Goodman, I'm also picking up Goodman or Goodwin or Goodman, okay. Sorry if they're very sporadic, you have to give me time to channel the Akashic records. As you can see, they come in bits and drabs, so it's like they come in like 2 by 2, something to do around Libra or a placement of 2, but they come in 2 by 2. It's like one comes in, then another one comes in, and then it trickles in slowly, and then another 2 come in, and then another 2 come in. I mean, is this like where it's like you work for the NHS, or like you've got an appointment for like a COVID jab, say for instance? Just don't ever say that in front of a number 5, whether that be like a Taurus or a Sagittarian, because they'll be very opinionated against it. But I'm just saying, right? But like come in. It's like there's 2 per cubicle. Like there's a cubicle here and there's a cubicle here, and it's like, look, we can only allow 2 in, okay? And as 2 come in, 2 go out. 2 come in, 2 go out. So it's kind of like this. I don't know what this is, like a queue of something. It's like we can only allow 2 in at a time, is what they're saying. So I don't know what that is relating with your work. I don't think that's going to be your love life. I'm thinking there is something here. I mean, you could be going there, right? And you're like, we're only going to allow 2 in at a time. It's like you can come in, but you've got to wait a second, and then you can come in, but then please stand back and wait. Hold on a second. Okay, so it's really something to do around a 7 or a Cancerian. But like, because I'm clocking up a lot of miles to go somewhere, to be told, basically, we're only going to allow 2 in at a time. So it means that I'm going to have to queue up for something that I want or that I have to go to. I'm going to have to queue up. Okay, so B&Q. Some of you might be going to B&Q. And B&Q, well, B&Q here is just a place where they sell like furniture and all stuff like that. But we go to B&Q, and like we get told that basically we're only allowing two customers in at a time. Okay, something like that, or you could just basically be going to B&Q. Okay, or you're from Mexico. Also, I'm picking up Rexon, also Rexon, Tatiana Rexon, or Rex, or Mexico, or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, Melanie, Mel, all the M's again, all up in the house. Up in the house. That actually came up in Capricorn / Gemini reading, which was to do with Lulu and the tarot channel, right? Which is a very good one. Even then I can't think off the cuff. But she also says, like, in the house, come in the house, come in the house, come in the house, right? Lulu, right? She actually came up in the Capricorn or / Gemini reading, but I'm hearing that, like, just come into the house. Okay, but we can only allow 2 of you in. So I don't know what that is. Like, say if you've got a house and you're like, okay, you know, it's like there's 5 people that want to come. You could be dealing with Sagittarius or Taurus, right? And they say, look, you know, we've got loads of people coming over, but we can only allow 2 of you in. So, I mean, you could really get into a family dynamic here, I'm picking up for a lot of you Aquarius, where it's kind of like a family load of people come up, but you're like, look, I can only allow 2 of you in. Like, I've got a very small flat or a very small house. I can't have everybody in. I can only really just have 2 of you. That's it. Like, I can't take any more. Okay, so unless, because I'm picking up like a 7 or someone that's kind of like, look, I just can't take this shit anymore, man. I can't take any more. I'm sorry, but I've got so much work to do. I can't take any more on, or I don't know. I can't take any more. I'm Dan. Anybody beginning with D? Devil, a Devil Capricorn energy. But like, I can't take any more workload on, or I can't take any more of this shit altogether, and I'm out and I'm done and I'm finished. Right, all of that kind of stuff. So let's break it down slowly. So your first message was clocking in and clocking out and clocking up a lot of miles. But I definitely keep hearing this clock rocking beat, and that came up for another one. So some of you, hopefully you like my new Angel Radio. If you like it, you'll probably realise it's been taken down off here now. I put it on the wrong website. I was supposed to put it on the other one, which I have done now. So if you love free music, I'm really proud of this new one. It's Metamorphosis, because basically it shows you a story through the music and the video itself of the metamorphosis of the progress of becoming a butterfly. But if you like it, it's free, and you can find it on Angel Radio, the link provided below. Okay, but it's not on here anymore. It's on the other one. Okay, but something like beats. Like making beats or beating eggs or something to do. I mean, I'm eating a lot of eggs. Any of you eating a lot of eggs? I'm hearing eggs is eggs. Well, if it's an egg, it's an egg. A pig is a pig, and if it's got lipstick on a pig, then it's got lipstick on its collar. So, is this a dog? Dog's collar. I'm hearing a dog's collar. You could really be dealing with like a Leo. But I keep hearing something about this dog, and it came up through a Capricorn reading or a / Gemini. You're going to have to know the numerology when I say / Gemini, because I'm saying 6. So here I'm saying 8. Basically, Aquarius, Leo. So you can watch them of either. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, it doesn't matter. A lot of you already know, but I have to say that for the people that don't, okay? But like this dog, there is something about this dog collar. Like my dogs are like getting older, or like my children are getting older, or I need to put a collar on it, or Colin, or someone that has Collier. Collins, the name Collins, Phil Collins, or Collier. Okay, Phil me cracking. That might be the cock block. But it's like, no, this ain't going to fill my cracking. I'm sorry, but that hole's too big. What the fuck is that? Anyway, let's bypass that one. Something to do with around this dog. I don't know what this dog is. Like, I don't mean like a Leo. Well, it could be a Leo. But a Leo and a dog. Something to do with Leo and a dog and a man's best friend. Something to do also around Virgo. Like Virgo. Like loyalty. But loyal to the wrong thing, which is a dog. Which is Stephen King. But I'm loyal to the wrong thing. Well, it might not be me. Hopefully it ain't me. But like I'm loyal to the wrong thing. Now, this came up 2 or 3 times in other readings where I stated a while ago about a thing is going to change the scenario of a dynamic for someone, meaning that it's not going to be a person, it's a thing, which is also like a dog. I can't remember what reading that was. Anybody want to help me out there in the comment section? But I think I was saying about this channel message around like, it's not a person that's changing the dynamic, it's a physical object that seems to be changing this, like, of desire, like an object of desire. Like Lucifer Morningstar could be a Leo or an Aquarius, But like this thing is changing somebody. Like it's a physical item of something, or I said it, and I'm going to have to go over it again. It wasn't a human being that was going to be sent in as a soul group dynamic. It was going to be an object that spirit was going to place in front of someone to make it the object of desire to cause a controlled environment. Meaning that people were either going to fight over a child, or they were going to fight over, I don't know, an appointment, or ointment, or like a dog, like an animal. And people were going to be fighting over their animals. Now, it might have even been your reading, Aquarius. I think it may have been. Well, it's still here. This thing, this object of whatever it is causing arguments. Now, that thing can also be a third party, because I'm picking up like a third energy, right? Something that is in my way that is causing drama. But for a majority of you, I really don't think that this third thing is an actual person. I think it's an animal. It's an animal. Because a little while ago I said animal or verb, right? And like product, like a product of like Frankenstein or Frank, okay, the name Frank, but it's a product of my creation that seems to be standing in my way. Like it's mine, it's not yours, it's mine. So don't argue over my thing. It's my thing, it isn't yours. If this is what I've got going on, then don't worry about what I'm doing. Just worry about. Well, like that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like this message of like, don't worry about what I'm doing. I've just got my own thing going on. Like, don't bother me because of this. Why is this about a dog? Sorry, I'm going to have to go with the message. They're saying it is something about the dog, because it's something about like setter, like a setter, like a something setter. I forget what dogs they call them now, but something setter, like a whippet or a car, for instance. Well, a car is also a whip. But I keep picking up like a car, which could be a Cancerian or a 7, but a car, a whip, or a whippet and a setter, okay, or a dog itself, is in the way of someone's relationship. Now, for some of you, that's a third party, but for a majority of you, it isn't a person, it's a thing. It's an actual thing. It's something that's standing in the way between reconciliation or getting on with the person at all. Now, majority of you, that's going to be ego. Come on, let's have it fucking right, Aquarius. It's ego. It's ego is the main thing that is in everybody's way, but it's someone that's unprepared to let go of something for their love interest. Like, I'm not prepared to drop this thing for you. Now, it could be that someone, like work, for instance, like I'm not going to give up my work for my love life, and I'm not going to give up my love life for work. So you've kind of got the same energy as what 4 had, which was Aries. It was in Aries reading, and it may have been in Scorpio. Okay, hope you've got time. Don't be in such a rush, Aquarius. It's about relaxing. Okay, but so stick with the video if you can, okay, because the messages take a while. But it's coming across as like, okay, I'm not going to give up my career for you, or I am going to give up my career for you, but is it really worth it? Like, is it worth me giving up my whole life for this thing? Which means, no, I'm going to choose the thing over you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to choose this over you any day. Like, if it's going to cause where I've got... Because some of this could be a child. This thing could also be a child. But, like, you know, I'm not prepared to, like, give up my child for all of these dynamics that are being caused left, right and centre. Like, I'm not prepared to let go. Which, like I said, that could be a parent. Because it can be a parent thing. Which is where an elderly parent can refuse to let go of their child and basically just to let them be who they want to be. Okay. So, whichever way around it is, Aquarius, you seem to have these same messages that are kind of relating to a few people differently. Some it's an animal that seems to be standing in the way. Some of you, like I said, it's coming across as if it's an actual, like a thing that somebody has for someone, but they won't let that person be. Like, it's like, I'm not just going to let you live, like, however it is that you want. Like, you know, I'm not prepared to, like, just let you be alone and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm going to keep, like, hunting you down just to make you feel as if you're suffocated, which is why I'm picking up, like, a Virgo energy of 9. Okay. So, okay, let's bring the energy kind of like slightly back to what this might be for you. Clocking in and clocking out, clocking up miles, something to do with around a spin bike or a cycle, a woman's cycle, and it's just their like period, and it's just like it's always in someone's way, and it's either sexual or it's like their mood swing. I'm picking up like their mood swing is always in the way, and it's like your mood is always in the way. I'm sorry, but you're too moody and broody. It's got to be a 5. It's got to be a 5. But like, you're too moody, you're too broody. 1 minute you're okay, the next minute you're not okay. The 1 minute you feel this, and then suddenly this thing changes you. Like, oh, I don't know. I'm hoping that's going to be my CPAP. Sorry, I haven't gotten a message for myself there, because that is actually slowly making me feel different. But something that makes you feel different, but it's not a person, it's a thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a thing that someone's focusing on that makes them feel different, right? It makes them, separates this person from the crowd itself, because they have a certain thing about, it could be Stephen, but like they have a certain thing about them that sets them out differently from the crowd. Like, from out the whole crowd of madness, right? It's one specific thing that this person has about them that sets them different from the crowd, right? So, I mean, I had to put myself in this bracket, and I'm sorry, but it's a little bit like this, for instance, right? It's like sorry, that's so condescending, but like, it's a certain thing and a quality that Spirit is saying that a person has about them that sets this person up for... What? Sets them up for failure. What is that? Really? Sorry, am I getting a paradox here? I don't know. But it sets them out from the crowd differently. Like, it's different, it's new, it's something else, it's exciting. Like, I want a change and I want to do something new, but something that sets me off differently than anybody else. Like, that kind of thing, right? That kind of question answer is like, I've got something about me that is unique. It's unique to me, not anybody else. It's unique to me. And nobody else has done it, or nobody else, and it's just specifically designed for me, like a gift, right? And it's designed for me, and it will only ever really work for me. So I need to concentrate on the thing that does work instead of concentrating on the thing that doesn't. Now, your main message here is normally when people concentrate on people. People's energy you can't change. It changes when you're connected with someone, but when you're not connected with anybody, that's where you get afraid not. That's where you get a Pisces hangman. That's where you'll be like, well, I don't give a shit because I'm selfish. Yeah, but you're selfish. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I really don't, right? I have clarity of mind of who I am. You can't change a person, and you can't like mold them into like, yeah, but I just need, like, there's good qualities and there's bad qualities about you. There's some great stuff that you have, but there's just a few things that you have about me that annoy me or you to shit. Like, there's a few things that really need tweaking. Like, you might look great, but your insides are like, ugh. Like, or you don't so much, but like, the thing that you have is not like, whichever way it is, somebody's trying to control a person, right? They're trying to control a person, which means they're analysing, okay, you have this great quality and this great quality, you've got to be dealing with a Virgo. Yeah, you've got to be dealing with that 9. You have this great quality, you have that great quality, you have this good about you and this and this and this and this and this and this and this, but that one thing you don't have that annoys me. You'll never please this person. If they're Virgo energy, sorry Virgos, if you're cross-watching or anything, doesn't mean that you're not designed to be with certain people. I'm just saying that within this dynamic of this reading, it seems to be that somebody cannot be satisfied because they look for all the qualities that they have, but they focus on that one thing. Now, a 9 can do that within themselves. They can beat themselves up. They can think, well, I'm so great at everything else, but then in a relationship, if they end up focusing on this one thing about themselves that doesn't want it, that they're not happy with, they'll question the reality of another person to say, what is that that's wrong with you? And you're like, no, nothing. You're like, well, I think that's you. Why is it that you're not paying attention to, because trust me, Virgo energy can get so confused. Well, it is for me. Like, it is for me. Okay. So within that one thing for a Virgo holds so many messages, because that one thing in their mind can create hysteria for themselves. When they get into an hysterical moment, they can then start to beat themselves up and think, well, what's wrong with me? Okay, through 9 of Wands, which would be gaslighting, or Virgo, the actual card itself, the Hermit, they can then question another person's reality through their own self-doubt, right? Because they'll doubt things of why they're not working for them. Why does this one thing about me not work out right? Why does that? Through 9, then they'll go to the 9 of Wands. They'll then start questioning the person, making them feel as if it's their fault. Now, if you get a 5 up in there with a 9, like a Sagittarius Life Path 5 or a Taurus 5 with that 9, no. Because a 9 can use a 5, that's what I'm saying. They'll use emotional they'll come across as if they're being emotional manipulation, okay? Then they'll go for the 5 of Cups. What is that? You make me feel so down. You make me feel bad, like my feelings can't be met because of my 9, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 again, right? 5 again. So Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, Jeremy, James, okay? But like, you know, that one thing that someone will focus on that much. No, this is my one thing, this is my one thing. If that's a person or a thing, that 9 will focus on that. Like, that's my thing. That's my jam, bruv. That's Jan. So that's my thing, right? That's my thing. That's Stephen King, right? But like, that's my thing, right? You're all up in a dilemma here, really. And I think it's, like I said, it's a human being. Like, everybody will attack me for this video, but I just speak the truth. But like I said, it all works out within numerology and also placement of star. All the time, all the time. Because it's the quality that someone has of whether it fits. Your numbers have to fit. It's not just a planet. Your numbers have to fit. Your astrology has to fit, which is a number. Okay, your numerology has to align up with theirs as well as your placement. You can do as much research as you like saying, well, does this planet fit with that planet and that work out with your moon and my rising and theirs? It still works off numerology too. Okay, to find that perfect fit is, you'll probably never really find it. You'll never probably really find it. You've got to be dealing with a Virgo. You've got to be dealing with a Virgo. I'm still searching for something that I can't find. I'm looking for death on the end of a candle. We're searching for something that's already found us. Jim Morrison, James, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine. Great poem, right? We're searching for death on the end of a candle. We're looking for something that's already found us. It is purgatory, lost in purgatory. Lost with you, lost without you. Lost without a person in my life. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Virgo energy, lost. I don't know where to go, what to go. I feel abandoned, or I have been abandoned. Like, why does nobody ever want to hang around me? Why do I never really want to hang around anybody else? Why is it that when one person comes into my life, one exits and the other one comes in? It's kind of like this very strange clocking in and clocking out. Like, I've just had a fucking enough of it, bruv. I mean, it could be you or the other person, or both of you. But just like, man, I can't take this shit no more, man. I really can't take it. Like, I am so sick to death of being gaslit and confused and fucking don't know. But you see, even if you're connected with a 9 or a 5, right, they're going to think exactly the same. Because they'll think that you're not opening up and they can't understand why. And why is it the fact that you won't budge? Why won't you open back up your feelings so I can go back to a 9 again and basically make you believe that it's you? But if this person is a 9 and a 5, that's fucking Dolly Parton, bruv. Right? So they'll work 9 to 5, 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 9 to 5. And then you go to 95, 99, 100, miss a few, lost fucking, you know, just like, it's not, you're gaslighting. It's a gaslighting feeling, Aquarius. Like, numbers just really, like, just not making a goddamn lick of sense whatsoever. Libra. Okay, someone's got a problem with a number 2 somewhere. Okay, so let's come out of the trying to break down these codes, right? Clocking in, clocking out, clocking up some miles. Spin bike, gym, working out, or walking. Like, I seem to be looking at my clock watching, clock. But I keep saying clock watch, or clock. What is that about a cock? Is it a cockerel? Someone live on a farm here, farmyard. They've got like this fucking hell, bro. Is that the time already? It's like, yeah, we've got the kid, we've got the pigs and the fucking horses and the lipstick to put on the pig and everything. Like, you know, we've got to feed the animals and like, it's like goddamn Jurassic Park up in this motherfucker. And they're kind of like, really, can you just please shut that cockerel up? Because it's kind of like waking me up at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. It might be my CPAP that wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But like something that wakes me up, like this cockerel or this noise, like, or like, the howling wolf or a dog. Like, what on earth is wrong with that thing now? It just woke me up at 3 in the morning and it's howling. Yeah, well, it wants me. It needs me. Yes, but it's waking me up. It's disturbing my sleep. I mean, shit, bruv. I'm channeling a dog here, bruv. Just give me a minute. I told you something about me that sets me off from the rest. I guarantee you there's a majority of people clicked off already. They're in such a rush to get an answer that it can't fathom outside of a cup and fish, Aquarius. They don't have time. I just want to know an answer quickly to my karma, to what's going to happen, because I've not changed a shit about myself, and really all I'm really focused on is what's the answer. And then I'm going to go to another one and another one and another one and end up cross-eyed as shit. Well, I don't seem to have found my fucking answer yet, and I'm loopy as crap. Right? So, just calm your tits and just wait, right? Just take advice from a 7. Sometimes a moment of clarity of waiting before you rush into anything is very important. That's definitely getting back with your past. Think about it. Sometimes using your head is actually good, because it's a mind over heart over whatever y'all call that shit, right? But like, think about it before you go rushing into it. Think about it, right? There's a message for me. There you go. I said it, Steve. Before you go rushing into it, think about it, right? Just think about it. It's all the same, Steve, right? So anyway, somebody's going to give someone an ultimatum here and say, look, just think about it. Just think about it. Look, I'm going to give this to you, blah, 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 and I'm just think about it, right? I'm going to give you an offer, or I'm going to give you a pay grade, or I'm going to give you shitloads of subscribers, Steve, and there you go, and I'm going to give all this to you and see what you think about it. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. I really do, because I am struggling at the minute. Well, like I've got this, like, I'm going to propose something to you and see what you think about it. Now, who that comes from, or what, or where, I ain't got no idea, bro. But what they're saying is that this proposal of something coming in to say, look, I've got a proposal or something, or I've got an opposition, or I don't know. But like, I'm going to propose this to you and see what you think about doing this. Right now, whether that's getting back, going out, doing something together or not, I don't know. But I'm going to give you an idea. But that's also coming across as an ultimatum. Because one of this message just before this one was, I'm going to give you like something to think about, but don't rush into it, was your advice from Spirit. Because Spirit's advice, I'll break it down for you. That's what I'm saying, be patient. Sagittarius, Taurus, 5 energies. Spirit is saying, Steve, don't rush into it, or anybody. Don't rush into this decision. An ultimatum message, not Spirit, now message, comes in to say, I'm going to give you a proposal, blah, blah, blah. What do you think about this? Spirit is saying, don't rush into it. Think about what you really want, right? If it is persisted to not work over and over and over again, and you're dealing with a 5 or a Sagittarian or a Taurus energy, and it's like blinking lights around a Cancerian or a car, or all these miles clocking up, all these fucking red flags that are then starting to like make your heart go like, oh fuck, now my past's come back, and now what do I do? Like a wooger, all the red lights are flashing and fucking everything else. Before y'all go and do it, just think about it first. Is this about where you're thinking about like taking a long journey but you haven't actually had your car fixed? Because I'm picking up like a lot of blinking lights, like a lot of like you're like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with this now? Do you know what I'm saying? Like something breaks and you're like, man, now this needs fixing. I don't know what that's going to be for you, Aquarius. But they're saying like think before you act, basically. Think before you act. But that could be a single message for your love interest. Your fight or flighty energy, right? Messages. Think before you act, okay? Think before you act. But they're saying thing. Stephen King. Steve, think before you act, Steve. Sorry, Aquarius, I have this in my chart also, so I'm going to have to think before I act. But you've kind of got this like class act. It's kind of like, look, let's take it on the road. Let's take this class act on the road or something, is what they're saying. Like, you're like straight out of a comic book. You're a class act. Somebody likes this, as I'm saying. You've got two messages. One, love life, be very careful, red flags. You've got like a working thing of like, you're a class act. You have something about you that stands out from the rest, right? Which would be a talent of some sort or whatever. Something that you may physically be taking on the road, Rhodes Island or road show or rodeo, like a rodeo, like some like music or something like that, like guitars or something like a roadie, okay, a roadie. Also hearing Brody, Brainy, Briny, Brones, Brian, the name Brian, but like, or B, anything like B, okay, but like, yeah, like Rhodes Piano or Ireland or someone from Ireland is the saying, like, hello, I got to take my time with a person in Ireland. So they're saying, let's take it on the road, okay. So what is it, like a new car, or you got a Scooby-Doo van or something, or a van, and then you get going, and you're like, look, let's take all this equipment on the road, and you get going, and it's like, oh no, now the car's broke down. We're just about to take this class act on the road, and then suddenly halfway to goddamn Timbuktu, we realised that it all broke down. So the name Tim, okay, or Tiny, Aunt Tiny, or anybody beginning with T, or got a big T part of it. Okay, I forgot my iced tea. Some of you rapping are like, right, rapping. Or like iced tea, Ice Cube, iced tea. It's a nice place to visit, but I don't think America's Most Wanted. Something to do with rapping. Tupac Nun, something like that. No, the Nun, but like Tupac, or like rapping, or someone likes rapping, like music and stuff like that, right? Let's take it on the road. Okay, let's take it on the road, but just take it on the chin is also what they're saying. On the hair of my chinny chin chin, like this wolf is what I keep picking up. Like, all the better to eat you with, my dear. Like this with the hair of my. No, that was James and the Giant Peach, wasn't it? Or no, sorry. Jack, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jays, Julian, James, Jasmine, Jay, I'm hearing Jay. Jack and the Giant Beanstalk. So someone that's called Bean or Beanie or Beam, okay, or what drives a BMW, Beamer, a Beamer, come up in Capricorn / Gemini reading, Beamer or Moonbeam, okay. But like, let's take it on. Yeah, James and the Giant Peach, or Jamie and the. Fuck, bruv, what is this? Jack and the Giant Beanstalk. So before we go climbing up there, Jack, y'all really need to make sure you don't fall. Jackie, someone could be climbing something. Be careful you don't fall if you climb. It's kind of like, I'm the climber, or like, man, I'm going uphill like that. It's like, be careful you don't fall. That's all I keep hearing. Be careful you don't fall from that great height. So I don't know if you're climbing a ladder or something like that, and just make sure that you don't fall from that height, okay? Because I'm hearing, before you go up there, Jackie, or before you go up there, Jack, make sure you don't fall. So is someone going up in the loft? Now, you Americans have the bit where you go down, right? Well, in Britain, we have a loft. So up here, in the roof space, is normally where you just shove a load of boxes and stuff like that, right? But I think you guys in America or places, which I would love, man. Oh, man, would I love one of those. You have a cellar, right? You open the cellar door, the name's Sal or Sally. But, like, you open the cellar door and you go down into, like, bruv, I would love one of those, bruv. I would be in my element in there with all my music equipment, I can assure you. Right? But, like, we have loft spaces. So I'm hearing lofty or lofts or Lars or Laura or Els, Laney, Denny Lane or Penny Lane or Lanny or Laney. Right, but like, be careful you don't fall. Be careful you don't fall for me, is what I'm hearing. Just don't go falling in love too fast. That's what I'm hearing. Falling in love. When you're in love with a beautiful woman. Ah, isn't that lovely? But like when you're in love, when you're in love, it's shit. It's what I can hear. Like, no, my love life shit. Some of you got good love life, bad love life, good work life, stuff like that. Park life. Cut down on your pork rye, mate. So park life, blur. Yeah, probably looking after your weight, exercising, the gym, spin bike, or basically just cutting down on your weight, cutting down on something. Like I'm gonna have to cut it down slightly short and cut it short. Short and sweet. Well, that's actually going to be this channel. After I've done this one in Pisces, I'm going to start doing something different because it don't seem to be working on here so well. So, and I just don't have a rest. I don't have a break. So, I don't know what to do, to be honest with you. But I don't know. But what do you think, criticism-wise? I don't know. Anyway, don't worry about it. So that's your intergalactic channel messages there, Aquarius. Thank you for joining, I really appreciate it. On the end screen you'll come up where I'm going to do this now. This is just going to be a bonus for you. See if there are any other channeled messages there or just some interest or something. But it'll come up on an end screen, and if you want to click it, it'll just take you basically over to the next reading, where there'll just be a very short 20 minutes, something like that, bonus reading, and we'll see if I can come in with any other messages for you. Okay, and then I'll tell you about your other stuff. If not, you'll just see it after this. Okay, thank you so much, Aquarius. I really appreciate your time listening to my channel messages, and I will see you over on your video.